Munchen. Expect to hit the hill at speed. I got a little cure for it. If I realize this is such, I may be wrong. On empty on the load rate. This is our last for a truck, by the way. Castle Trans, but we know that is also German, the German flag colors. So with the switch controller being DX, I gotta remember DX has to get eliminated now. I'm debating where to do this because we are a tank, by the way. There's that one. And there's that one. I don't know. I'm going to just, being we start off with it out, just hit the rest now. It's 1 o'clock, so we don't need to. The tax change, accept. Let's get going. Let's get going with today's journey. Yeah, if you've been on the border with TK20, I'll be fair, I want to buy it without a choice. If I knew what I did now, I don't think I would have got it. Be fair. It's a broken mess. It's not as bad if you don't have custom, but it still acts up. It's also, let's face it, a lot of us want to use custom stores. I'm creating them, but I already figured it's going to. Is it raining? At least we're not that far into the journey. Oh, I came to do 2K22. Maybe I'll do some Mad Max. I thought about it for today. I haven't played it in a while. I want to play it again. Kind of want to get started on Far Cry 6. Start it. Maybe it's because now that we're closer to Stranger Things coming out. That would be a nice little thing to do with that crossover. I gotta go to the bathroom real fast. I'll be right back, guys. Let's go to myself. Yeah, but it's always his fault because I hate him and yeah, so family thing. I don't know if it's my niece's husband, boyfriend, whatever. He got in an accident, I guess, here. No, my brother's going on. It's his fault. Despite the woman being all over the road, it's his fault. Because he don't like him. Because there was a kid in the car, so it's automatically the guy's fault. Because he's supposed to be, you know. Yeah, it's no. Person's all over the road. It's obviously probably intoxicated or drugs involved. I am thinking about taking Borderlands 3 off because I'm gonna retry Train Sim World 2. Put it on. If it's acting up, I'll probably put SnowRunner for a while on here because I do want to play it again. You know, I like SnowRunner as well, but I'd like to see a Train Sim World 2 so I ever got to functioning on PS4. Damn, should have looked out the right mirror. I hate. Sometimes it says like it's double click, you know, in L3. It's right there, you know, I get engaged and disengaged. Part of me wants to put GTA, but I know it's the same stuff. There's no point to it. Having some fun with online Red Dead. I want to enjoy it more. I just think if they put half the effort into it, they did GTA, maybe they would have a decent thing going. And they do have something, but it's almost as bad as EA with Sims 4. They know this problem that's on the game right now, but they're not trying to figure. Oh, it's just rocket ships. Most people don't like rocket ships. Let's not care. Star Wars panel has an issue. We don't care. No one else does. You got your money. That's all that matters. It's the truth. There's so many developers falling this way, publishers. We got their money. We don't care. I'll tell you with 2K, I'll be fair. It's the last wrestling game I'm buying from them. Because it's obvious they don't care. They haven't fixed the issues that were on 2K20 and they put out another game with the same problems. That issue that's in universe mode with credit was in there on 2K20. And it's still acting up. So obviously they never fixed it and they weren't planning to. They will release a broken game despite that. What should be against the law or something. Well, am I glad I rested? It's almost been an hour already, and this is the city driving. I knew I wanted to have it. If I did, I'd have to go down that one road. I don't really want to go down that road again this time to Munich. So there's other ways. Don't have the hills, you know what I mean? I will say with the new graphics, that roof doesn't look as bad as they used to, the green ones. I don't know if it's a brighter green now or what. Puke my head off. I can stand them. Certain bottoms don't look right with them, but that don't look too bad there. That's green rose. Ugh. Used to be a nightmare. I'm getting this in now. Don't know about playing Lawnmowing or Mad Max after. Maybe some Max today. I already said I'm looking to put well, if it don't work, Train Sim World 2 back on my system, but if it don't work, put SnowRunner on. Go test it again. I won't try to broadcast. I know there's no point to it. If it ain't working, it's not working. That's my problem with it. If I don't have it out on the console right now. It's Light Train Sim World 1. I want to play 2. And I even got some expansion for it. Should really wish buyer beware. Train Sim World 2 and PS4 hasn't worked. I've uninstalled it before, put it back on, didn't work. So it's obviously a game issue. I've done that with other games. There was a expansion I got for Sims 4 caused an issue. I've had another problem and I've had to do the same thing. Uninstall, reinstall it, fix the issue. That was like a graphic thing. It was just why it happened, I don't know. But it was just like when I got Eco Lifestyle, it just was, oh god, it's hard to describe. Like a blurry, glitchy mess, right? Graphically, it's like, what's going on? It turned out that was on my end. But now I got confirmation, at least that other issue that I've been developing. The rocket ship says it's definitely not my end, because the little Sims they brought up in their werewolves video. Yeah, it looks like we're getting werewolves. I don't know. I guess it kind of looks like it, but it's not. I like the way she's worn it. It's not guaranteed it's werewolves. It more likely is. I don't mind it per se. I just don't like when the occult Sims take over. You know, they interfere with your lives. It's like without a choice. You know, like blood has a tendency to come in. The only way to stop them is put no trespassing on. Turns out he'll get pat and do that to you, which pisses me off. You know, when he does, because never fail. You'll be asleep for a long time, wake up late to work. So I learned just to put no trespassing vampires on it. You don't want that problem. But they get to do it. You know, you've made this very attractive person. Some do, some don't. I usually don't have a problem. It's just these aliens aren't hiding. That's pretty crappy when they won the lottery, which they seem to win a lot. I need that money. I need it. Because of the problem with rockets and hoping maybe to get them to fix up, maybe taking a little break from not so berry, not a long break. I mean, but starting like a regular play series. Right from the start. I wanted to test on it too before I take my son to university. See if I could do it. You know, try to do a free, but do it right. Go for the same degree. So I'm going to be starting with. Let's see, I'm building their logic up, which I believe you need for that. Try to get them on research and debate as well. And then go from there. So I remember right, the last time we were on this road we're coming to, it acted up. You know what I mean, there was a, yeah, we're going backed up, or we're going to hit that dang railing. Just trying to go too fast for there. The new AD was wrong, always back her down. Especially controller. Again, I don't know if it's an issue with the wheel, but the controller of I should know what to do, because I'm a computer. If you watch on backs, it doesn't go full speed for a turn like that. In fact, it's one air truck driver will applaud. They do get it right. Because if you never noticed, the speed limit on the off ramps, on ramps, is not the same for the road itself. But of course, then again, theirs is usually 120. And there's somewhere forever going to hit that There's a hill going this direction too, if I remember right, a bad hill. But then again, I don't know how bad it'll be per se, because we are not at a full load. It's gonna be hard to tell anyway when I hit it. And in the background is the same color, so it's hard to tell. No more bit to tell is the speed reduction. No, never gonna get into it. I don't know what I'm doing on there. It's been a few days. Jesus, who hit me? Who hit me? That damn it has to be a mobile Connie truck getting me down to next to nothing right before the hill too. Come on, let me hit you. Oh, actually, I take the. No, he don't got the tail lights on. Whoever we hit would have had the tail lights fly, the hazards flashing. Well, I shouldn't say who we hit. Who hit us? Probably merging into it. It's one of those years they really is broken on. They merged right into you. Those change lanes, I'm glad they do. What makes sense when they change lanes, but the word don't make sense on the same principle is when they stack up behind a slower moving vehicle. Won't do it. Because you know, when we're down hardly nothing, we got a long stack of cars behind us. I can't have the speed on it. I don't know what to do. So I can get up to about 80. We're on the hill. It might be okay again. It's a bad hill and we might not be too bad off because we're not on the heavy. I think last time we came through we're at a full load. We're not at a full load. We're far from it. Don't want to go down into nothing though, or that will be what happens. I think that was that same hill I hit last time when I got down to hardly anything. Of course, again, I've been trying to make a second delivery, which was a mistake. Slip and slide. Oh boy, here we go. We're hitting something again. Jeez, this car is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you too. Searching there in the middle of a truck. Yeah, how's that one working for you? My car's all did up. Oh wait. That'd be a truck driver. Oh yeah, so little revenge you get on there with that damage free truck. You hit me, okay. Oh, I mean, I literally slammed into a car on there. I think I flipped one over once too. Might have been on here. I remember I did flip a car once. Just can't remember which one it was. I've done a lot of GT. How? Now that's an interesting thing, because it looked like we were headed uphill. We were at a higher speed. Gotta watch that speed. Get too fast, I'm gonna get really out of control. I've noticed that. I think that's similar to truck driver used to be, because you got over 180, you know, pretty good over 80. You were going, you'd lose control on there too. When you wanted to turns and stuff. Yeah, oh boy, this might be the hill. I think it was the other one, because I remember that. What I remember about was that bridge kind of area to it. I know it was before that turn off, because I took the turn off, which was a mistake, because there wasn't. I believe there was one down there too. But we'll be going the other direction this time, so might avoid that one. Are you doing one? I wish I had that button pressed for busting. You know, I know what they do if you have, or they did on 18 if you had the wheel support for, so they did have that. But if they don't, you have to find it, you have to be able to stop. Now, lawnmowers, some people will see there's some differences when I play that. I've learned a few things when I had time off. Well, I learned about one of the features watching Fabriano, because he did the test drive with a full one, and then he was like, wait, what's that feature he just used? Because it's something I wish I would have knew about sooner. Was wondering if I should start fresh, but it's like, I could. In some ways it don't make sense, because I would have to get the equipment. Maybe wait longer before I got the upgrade. Maybe save and get a good mower before I got the upgrade. Take a while, but that's okay. I admit I like that stick. Nights are okay, but there is a downside. At night, there's certain jobs you can't take. Or if you get the upgrade, don't get the fluid right away. Which, because dude, they seem to take out a little too much to me. Okay, I'd hate to be on that overpass. It keeps disappearing. Probably been on that. Actually, probably been on that route before. That would be the one headed down towards Stuttgart, I believe. Let's look. Yep. Yeah, if you had to rest, that's what happened last time. I had to hit an easy thing. So I had to go that way. I didn't have much of a choice no matter. This time I'll go into the other one and see if it's better. Oh, I gotta remember the IPD. I should have videos up there. Usually get them up. I just don't think it'd be nice or very. I think I'll be doing someone that starts off in an apartment. Doesn't. I may give them a little bit only because I will be going to uni with them. I want them to be able to afford in uni without any problem. Not a lot, maybe one or two fridges, which isn't too much. I only want to run one, so the only downside is wherever I start. They don't have a roommate. The problem is there is a problem with that. They empty out that lot if I wanted to use it again. That's money for them though. Sell everything. Maybe I'll use one of those. Maybe I'll use one of the apartments from one of the other packs instead of semi-sure. Basically, I just gotta make sure I have enough to get them a computer. Give them a laptop and they can take it with them. I also like to. I think I want to use Foxbury. Because Foxbury is. I'm curious about. I haven't really. I just want to see if I can graduate uni. Taking free courses only per semester. With a distinguished. And doing research and debate. As well. I don't think it's as bad as. Oh boy. Very smooth transition there. It's the transition you want over there. Very smooth. Interesting, it's moving. It looks like a... What's it now? Must have been a raindrop. It looks like a white dot above my windscreen. If it was like a cursor, I feel like a cursor. I think you have on bus now. A dot. Oh, it's hard. You know, sadly, as you guys know, the last couple of days, I haven't got on a lot. I guess was waiting. Don't have to worry about him now. He finally came and got the check yesterday. Laura finally came and got the rent, thankfully. How many drop-offs do we want? Oh boy. Should I go pick up from there? I'll tell you that right now. They do brutal. Oh, they have one. Don't think they have Tom Oil or Worldwide. I shouldn't remember that because they don't have a port. I guess. I mean, they got water. I don't know how come they don't have a port, but they don't. Or they don't. It's like Berlin. You know, I know rivers go through there, but be fair, Berlin is like so. I can't believe how small it is. At least as far as companies go to work for. Very limited. You start in Berlin. It's Western Hamburg. There's like only one or two that ain't there. I know Pet Shop ain't there. Other than that, there may be another. I don't remember. But there's, you know, it's very limited which ones aren't there. But if you do containers, you know, Berlin, you don't have Berlin, you don't have Munich, you don't have Stuttgart. There's just certain cities you don't have. No, it's the same token when they had tankers, or if, I know they had plans to do tankers at some point. It'd be the same thing, because there'll only be cities where Tom Oil is. Unless they add some. As far as I know, they haven't added no new cities since launch. Now why I say that, because I know they added two when this came out on console. They added Nuremberg and one other one. And I realized they could very well put cities pretty close together. Let's face it, Duisburg and Dortmund are very close to each other. It was only, what, 70, 80 kilometers between them? So they could add more cities easily to it. I'd see them adding new cities before I see them, like somewhere, say, Poland. I don't see Poland. Poland might be... If they're going to do Poland, I'd say, like, a second game. I just don't think they could put it in because it would be adding a lot to the game, and I don't see it. At least not on console. Steam maybe, but I don't see them adding stuff to Steam unless it's going to come out on console. It's the thing. Once you put it out on console, you kind of put it out. You got to keep them on the go, put the stuff out for both. Kind of like next gen and stuff. I think this stuff very similar. Maybe stuff on next gen they don't have on current, but usually they're going to try to keep it very similar. I don't know, if there's any other game besides Saints Row I'm looking forward to, I hope it comes on current gen. Hogwarts Legacy. That looks like it's going to be a very interesting game. An RPG. It's interesting, too, because there's something very unique with it. You kind of see. Seems like the house is kind of working more together, and it even a Slytherin is there. And I hope you also get that choice what house you're going to be part of. Do you go for the sorting? You know, it's there questions, you know, to help you to solve that, or is it just something? I hope it's, you know, is a more random thing, like it's reflective of how you're playing, not something you're choosing. Because I would, if it's something you choose, then it's not quite as important as see how well you know the phrase. It'd be kind of fun to have a Hufflepuff if you're doing the house cup as well. Of course, Hufflepuff often got overlooked on that. But one time they did have something big. There was some cheating in the foot and the game. Okay, had some serious lag there. It does happen at times, not frequently, but maybe more frequent than truck drivers' little issue. I don't notice there is that often. It does happen. Of course, it's been there since day one. They haven't fixed it yet. On there. Theirs have been around a while. So it would have been this far. It would have been too far. Since we are what, about 4:15 hours, and we only had 3 hours and something in driving time. So we've definitely been too far to this one. What the hell is going on ahead of me? What the drunk driver all this way? Cause we definitely saw it, right? He was coming our way and then slammed into that railing. Maybe they're elderly, a little senile, one up the wrong way on the road, coming out of the truck stop. Surely it ain't an issue if I'm dropping in again. They don't do that like they did in the beginning. You know, when they were catching their flight in. So I used to cause some interesting scenes. Oh shit. I think I can. Okay, to get it, so it's definitely seems to be dependent on your load size. The heavier your load, the slower you get. So if you don't notice in one direction, does not mean it won't happen. It just means you're like I am right now on one thing left. So I'm not noticing it too bad, but that one thing is causing that bigger drop. So you imagine, you know, bigger loads, what they're going to do. Let's have to think about that. Damn. Don't know why my eyes are dripping. I'm getting no sleep. I woke up at one point and had a little trouble going back, but I wasn't like it that sometimes is, where I struggle. This morning I don't want to get up here for I want to go back to sleep, and you have to really go to the bathroom. It's not a good thing. Oh, 5 more minutes. You know, when you're fighting sleep. Because my problem is I get out of bed. I'm up. I'm up. Like I told my family yesterday morning, because I didn't hear their alarm. I did. But I had an hour left of sleep to get in. I just like, if I get up to go let them know it's going off, I'll be up. I needed that extra hour apparently, because my eyes just went right back to sleep. Like, I know I got to sleep too. So I had that nice dream. So, Still don't really get it. Well, I was trying to Bailey what it was. I'm not saying nothing against her. She's attractive, okay. I just never really thought of her that way. You know, like someone that'd be interested in. I just never thought of her like that. So the thought that was true, she was my girlfriend. Was like, what? A what moment? Don't get me wrong. What I said, no, hell no. What? Here they come, right into my lane. I'm gonna crush this car ahead of me. I wanna crush him, crush him, crush him, crush him. You better get off this lane. He's like, crap, I pissed him off of her. See right there, you can see they get out, added more, because the road is there, going south. As you can see, so they definitely have room to expand right there. Damn, some of this is my that shouldn't have happened. But some of that was my fault. I'm trying to get revenge. I'm going to catch a car and crush her like a little grape. Road rage, he gets the best. Jesus, I did about 100% right for there. Get off, get another life before you hit that. Be going back on third direction. I know some of the issues again go definitely on their end. I didn't know that because someone just let me know. I want to thank you for that, by the way, Kevin. Sometimes I do wonder. The one with the easy tag that was confirmed, two with the slowdown, and pretty much I think you mentioned that with that other issue, because it's definitely an issue. You don't notice it on the first journey, but second journey you definitely notice it. One way to notice it on the first journey of the day is if I get pushed in, something pushing into me. Oh, again, the foggy and popping issue. That's here to stay. Let's face it, that's just here to stay. That's supposed to be a feature the game always have. It's not their fault, you know, it's limitations, right? I can't say it's a limitation to Unity. It's just probably limitations performance more than that. Because it was Unity, every Unity game would have the same issue, and they don't. I know I played a lot of games in Unity. Great example, Nomad's guys, Unity, it's on there. A lot of farming sims use Unity as well, and I know my NASCAR games do as well, and they don't have that issue. Playing the fog, you know what? It may have pop in, but not to the same extent. But I get a lot of indie developers using Unity. Maybe this is the reason. Maybe it's cheaper. You know, to publish a game in Unity. Maybe it's a little easier or something. But a lot of people say lawn mowing simulators in Unity. I don't know about that. My only reason I'm wondering if they're right, because Unity games all have one thing in common. everyone I play in Unity has the same thing in common. It always says made with Unity during the opening credits, right? In the start, and that game does not have that. There's nothing on it that says Unity, made in Unity. I don't think it's Unreal either. I just don't know if it's Unity because of that. None of these guys have been known to be wrong before. They don't want to admit to it, they are. Have been. Fishermen know-it-all. Thinks they know everything about it. He said he thinks. I don't think it is. There's a few other things too. It doesn't look like Unity to me. It's some details maybe, but again, that key detail is not there. That's made me think it's not Unity. I may be way off, but that's kind of been a thing with their games, is that they do say made in Unity. And I've played so many of their games by now. Before, it's funny, I would play a game, I wouldn't even notice that stuff. Now I do. I notice it like right off. I get a swig. I'm pretty sad. I could drive a pretty straight line there without changing lanes. So this should, the next 10, 15, maybe 20 kilometers, we should be hitting Munich. This should go right into it. So I really gotta watch the speed, because when we hit city limits, obviously it'll reduced on the 50. Sorry, flashbacks to truck drivers don't city speeds. I mean, I said they at least improved that. So their speed, even though I got maybe why, with the smaller map, it kind of made sense in the cities when you think about it, because the cities were so small in there. So maybe Osterby or Osterhaven, it was pretty big, but other than that, I mean, Las Vegas cities are small as well, so it made sense maybe a reduced speed. Again, I ain't been playing a lot of that because I'm kind of fed up with them, to be fair. Is they had been doing, again, updates on YouTube every month. So that's not what's going on with the map expansion. Now they've stopped doing that, apparently. Didn't get one last month, was supposed to get one for April either. It's like, yeah. At this point, I'm doubting the server will come out before. And the issues they're having, I just don't see it. I don't see how they can figure out what the problem is, so. And I know they have to be working on, because again, they're not releasing their next gen versions, the premium edition, so they fixed the issue. But then again, you wonder, well, what if they just do the premium edition with it included and screw the rest of them? Right? Kind of what they've done with Road Farm. I haven't seen them try to fix it. So what else? I brought another one of our games because it's actually a lot of fun. I looked at. The game doesn't seem to have the issues either, and that's some of their other ones too. I think this is maybe more the niche that they're used to working with, games like Monster Crown. I gotta save my farming games wrong. Ah, damn, why is it gotta be near the end? It's one thing it hits near the beginning, near the end, it's worse. Better reduce the speed. Well, why don't you come on over, jackass? That's... Can't make up your damn mind. Cause you, why did he do that? I'm going this lane. Oh, I'm going back in this lane. I wouldn't just mess up this light too. I did. Oh, come on. Oh, I see what I did. That one car never came back down. God dang, come on. I should be able to get around this. Is he pushing him? The moment I come over here, he starts pushing him? Oh, that little devil went once. I'll get to you in a second. You want to see one piece of me? Huh? Want to cause some problems, bub? Huh? I'm trying to do that, but I mean, that just... This one of those days, right? He's like, sorry. So I've been making a decision, reflecting what happened on 2K20. I think I'm being, I have to restart it. I'm going to DX, give it another go. And why? What had happened was, I didn't see the reverse bar. Not reverse, when the submission was applied. I was expecting it in one spot, and it popped up somewhere else. So I think in that regard, at least for Road Dog, it should be, you know, it was my fault, but not to... So we'll give it another shot with them. Not sure they'll stand much of a chance, but we're really the better person to use Sean and Hunter too. Instead for a team. Where's logistic office? On the other side of the town. Trying to figure where it is compared. I think it is Brutal Pet Shop. I kind of like to do it all from one. Don't expect to see it from all Wakante. Definitely not from Innovations. Probably go from Brutal. Maybe Pet Shop. Pet Shop ain't too tricky to do. That's pretty straight back to pretty big. Almost, well, I don't know why we started for 55. I can't drive 55. Remember son told that to his mom once. She said, fine, you don't drive. But he'd smart that off to her. Pretty foggy day in there. So it's not as bad as it was. The water does still look pretty bland. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. It's not as bad. I mean, it's not nearly as bad as it was in the beginning on here. Like too weird. Okay, another one of these. There's obviously a road out. Good thing about these, there ain't no lights where normally there would be. But again, why add them unless they're going to be used? Think about that. Unless they're advertised on road maintenance somewhere where you have to put those signs up. Yeah, that's possible. So yeah, logistica will probably pour around. Last time I did this in a close world. Because it's easier, I think, to come in from this direction. I don't know why I never tried this before, like I'm about to try. Would have liked to have it more straighter, but short pipes. Oh, last time I played this. It must have been pretty damn tough. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday too. I must have been really tired. I didn't even put those on. You know me, I'm a stickler doing that stuff, huh? I just didn't even care. I mean, I was watching other people and like they were constantly told you hazards. So yeah, I got into it myself. Crap, too extreme, too extreme. It ain't go straighten out now. Nope, let's go to that door. Thank you. It's the door I was aiming at the whole time. Oh yeah, you stupid truck. Why can't you just listen to me? You're worse than my sons. Well, why? Why would I do that? It gets extreme at times. Once this turns so extreme, it cannot straighten out. Like what? No, we're not getting out of the truck because we're not fucking... We're not picking up here. But right now, I refuse to pick up from this place. I like working for them, to be fair. Excuse me. So his name is there. Okay, to wait for me to... Hamburg wouldn't be too bad. No one even look at the third one down. $19,000 to Hamburg. Castle. Kale wouldn't be too bad, but if I'm doing that, I'll be doing that first. Don't really matter. I don't know if I'm ready to switch out yet. Try this. That's the only reason I'm going to Hamburg. Besides, Rostock. So got a lot of way to go. Or to Rostock. Could go to Berlin though. No, that's going there. 8 motivations, didn't get that down. Either way, I'm going to one or the other, huh? But I'll go to Berlin. Maybe switch on to anything else. We'll see. Berlin. Could go to Berlin. Never to Munich though would be okay. So we're not sure the hell ain't going there. This came from the direction. We hit about that way. I know for a fact that part is right, but I'm thinking this is going up too. Thinking Berlin will be before I've ordered Bremen. I haven't been to Bremen forever. We look at this, not try to cancel me. $24,000. Technically, that gives me 4,600. Cone would be 2. Out of the way. Stuttgart again's out of the way. Hamburg got 4,000 on her. So Berlin is right, Hamburg is not. Kiel would be before Rostock. Rostock would be before Hamburg. I know there's no Rostock. I thought. Yes, there is. Then Bremen, then Hamburg. But thinking now we gotta go pick up that. Oh, if I turn off the lights on, it's still right. Oh, this must be one if you had a light out. Come here, I'm sure I come across for a minute, did we? Why Hamburg is if I want to switch out the containers again, I could. Want to switch out the cattle trailer, I could. For a while. Because that'd be home base. I do cattle trailer when you get there. I was curious on these buildings. Would have to catch them though at different times. Like there's like places that look like they could be offices and stuff, but they change time of day what lights are lit up. Sure they don't. But it was pretty even cool they did one. And new Bordeaux's on the other side. Or a lot of business with them over the year. Over the year. Yeah, I said over the year because technically it's only been a year in live. Little over a year, but you know, of course in game might be years. You'd have to count the days yourself. I realize we might as well I don't know if it saves I want to do that, so don't do me no good before I take off. Next time I better rest, because we only got an hour 20 left. See, this looks like it would be oil to the left there. Does look like the HP for oil. So I don't know what I had to utilize that. Cut it off. I just thought that shader action was so freaking hilarious watching that. Hit that one. Watch him hit that one. It was almost like a delight on that last one. Hilarious. Oh. Yeah, I've taken on a whole row in here before. Not on purpose, it was purely by accident. I've seen it flipped over in there before though too. I do miss the writing on the walls instead. That whole I wonder if, again, I wonder they just removed it because they upgraded the graphics, or did Germany ask them to remove it? That was where they asked to remove that stuff. Makes you wonder though. Put those on, didn't I? That's pretty good. I wish I could bread, dog food, fruits, empty, fruits, bread, fruits, those stuff that all just been enticing. It's almost up to level 7, looks like. 600, 7-kilometer journey. Wow. I should see you next time for all that more on the road. Till then, good luck, good trucking. Peace.